welcome to another Sunday meal prep video. On the menu this week for breakfast prep, I'm planning on doing chocolate chip, peanut butter, overnight oats. I love overnight oats and I haven't had them in some time. For lunch prep, I'm just going to be doing like a bento box type lunch, just going to be putting some turkey, cottage cheese, fruits and vegetables together. And also I'm going to be putting together a couple dinner kits this week. So I meal prep for my husband and I will be making 6 breakfasts and 6 lunches. I usually just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for us, and then the end of the week we usually have something different. And then I also will put together dinner kits as well. I am currently following the MyWW Blue program, but I do provide the points for all 3 programs on my channel. And I will also link the recipe so that if you want to just find out the nutritional value, you can get that as well. So if you want to see how I meal prep, then stay with me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kristi and I'm Planning Us Healthy. Okay, we're gonna get started with the breakfast, and like I said, I'm making chocolate chip peanut butter overnight oats. These are 6 points on blue and green and 3 points on purple. So I'm gonna show you what goes in one and then I'll put the others together. So obviously we need oats, and I have my lifetime supply here. I get this at Sam's Club. I just use these quick 1-minute oats. They work fine. I don't think it really matters what kind of oats you use though. So these are so easy to make, and then when you're done making them, you just put them in your fridge overnight and eat them cold the next day. Now I know there are some people who don't like cold overnight oats, so you certainly can heat them if you prefer. So for this recipe, it is 1/3 cups of oats and a 1/2 cup of almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. Normally for this recipe I use the vanilla, unsweetened vanilla almond milk, but I didn't have, this is all I had, so I'm just going to use this kind. So 1/2 cup. And I'm just using 8-ounce mason jars, and I will have a link to these down in the description box below. So usually if I make overnight oats that I top a bunch of fruit on, then I'll use the bigger ones. But for these, the 8-ounce ones work great. The next thing I'm going to add is 1/2 tablespoon of chia seeds. This is completely up to you. I just like the chia seeds for the health benefits. They're like really healthy fat. And then a teaspoon of brown sugar. I use either Swerve or the Lakanto brown sugar replacement. So I only have a little bit left of the Swerve. I'm not sure if I have enough for all of it. But it's up to you what you use there. And you certainly could use regular brown sugar. Just make sure to put it in your tracker to see if it changes the points. So 1 teaspoon of that. The next thing I need is 2 tablespoons of PB2, which is powdered peanut butter. And if you had the chocolate flavor, you could definitely add that. For 2 tablespoons is 1 point, so because I'm not weighing this out, I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit less than 2 tablespoons just to make sure that I don't get over a point. And finally, a tablespoon of sugar-free syrup. I usually use the Maple Farms, but I haven't been able to find that lately, so I've been using Mrs. Butterworth. But any sugar-free syrup will work. And a tablespoon of that. You could also put in some like extract, like vanilla extract or some type of extract. I'm not going to in these ones. And then you're gonna just mix all that together. I usually just take a butter knife to mix it up. And that will thicken up as it sits. If you are not using the chia seeds, I would say you probably want to cut back on the milk, because the chia seeds thicken in liquid. So that's what's going to help thicken this. The last thing I'm going to need is a teaspoon of mini chocolate chips, and I'm just going to put those right over the top. And that's it. That's all there is to that. So I'm going to go through and put all the other ones together now. those are so easy. So now I just put the tops on them, put them in my fridge, and pull them out in the next morning to eat them. So let me clean up my table a little bit and move on to the lunches. Okay, so for lunches this week, like I said, I'm doing kind of like bento bowls. So basically, I'm just putting a bunch of finger foods into a meal prep container. I'm doing blackberries and blueberries. I have these 2-point cottage cheese cups. I'm doing celery and carrots and some turkey. I have some Publix oven roasted turkey breast. Because I'm not doing bread or anything with this, I am going to be using a full 4 ounces in each container. So I've already weighed out the turkey, so I have 4-ounce sections. So on blue and purple, this whole thing is going to be 2 points just for the cottage cheese. And for green, it's going to be 3 points because you'll have to add a point for the turkey. Originally, I had planned on adding a slice of cheese to it, but I figured since I have the cottage cheese, I'm not going to do that. So that's all I'm going to have in this, just the turkey, the cottage cheese, carrots, celery, blackberries, and blueberries. But the great thing with these bento bowls is you can just add whatever you want. The other thing for mine, I'm going to add a few slices of kiwi. My husband doesn't like kiwi, so I'm not going to put that in his. So I'm using some baking cups for the fruit. So I just have the blueberries and blackberries in there, and everything else I'm just putting right in the container. So for the turkey, I think I'll kind of just roll up a couple slices at a time and put it in there. And that's it. So that is the lunch. So I'm just going to put the rest of them together. I got to cut up my kiwi and then put the other lunches together. And I also had planned, if you watched my meal plan and grocery haul video, I planned on doing these Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but we decided to just do them for 3 days. And I think the Thursday we'll just do like tuna fish sandwich or something like that. So I'm going to put the rest of them together real quick. Alright, so the lunches are done. I was gonna do some kiwi with mine, but I think this is gonna be plenty, so I'm just gonna save the kiwi and maybe have it for a snack or something through the week. So now we're gonna move on to dinners. So this week I just have 2 dinner kits to put together. And if you're new to my channel, I'm not washing or doing anything like that right now. I'm just simply putting all the ingredients into the dinner kit, and then that way it's just basically pre-packaged and weighed out, measured out, and I have it ready the night we have it. So last week I was planning on garlic parmesan salmon, but I didn't end up making it, so I'm doing that this week. So all I'm doing is putting everything in here. I have a tablespoon of butter in here, and I have my mixture for my topping, which the topping on this one is 1/8 of a cup each of grated Parmesan, panko breadcrumbs, and seasoned breadcrumbs, and 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'll be linking all the recipes down in the description box below, and you can get the recipe so that you can kind of see how I'm doing this. This is basically just to show you how I put the kits together. And then I also have some garlic down in the bag as well. And I'm going to be doing asparagus this night. So for the asparagus, I am just going to cut the ends off. And then just stick it in the bag. And the other thing I'm having that night is rice, which I'm just using the 90-second ready rice that's in a bag, so I won't be putting that in here. And then my salmon. I just put my salmon in here. That is it. So super easy for that one. I had already weighed out all the ingredients because like I said, I'm just kind of giving you an idea of how I put these kits together. For this one, this is another easy one. This is gonna be mozzarella stuffed pork chops. I'm gonna have roasted potatoes and peppers and broccoli with this one. So for this one, I'm just gonna put the broccoli in there. I could have probably left it in the bag actually, but that's fine. And then this one's gonna actually be pretty tight. I'm gonna put my peppers in there, and I think I'm just gonna use a red and a green. I'm just gonna put the peppers on a pan with the potatoes and just roast them all. And I'm trying to not run my oven this week, so I'll be roasting them in my convection oven. The next thing I have is a teaspoon of breadcrumbs and 1 ounce of part skim mozzarella. I basically just put a ½ ounce in each pork chop. And then the next thing I'm going to put in there is 2 4-ounce portions of pork chops, which these are frozen, so I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it in there and close it, so I'll have to just put it on the side. I'll just set it there like that. That'll be fine for now. When I put it in my fridge, I'll take that out until they thaw a little bit. So now I'm just going to cut up my cantaloupe for snack, and I'm going to do that off camera because you guys just watched me cut up a cantaloupe last week, so I don't think you want to watch me again. So I will come back and show you what I ended up with for the week. Alright, so here we go. Do y'all remember when I said I was going to cut down on fruit this week? I feel like I'm not. Oh well. For snacks, I have some cantaloupe, and I call this snack, but honestly, I've been having this as a dessert. And I'm telling you, this combination that I've been having is a 4-point dessert, snack, whatever you want to call it. And it almost tastes like cake batter. It just, the texture of it is so good. I take 1 container of the Snack Pack sugar-free pudding. Those are 2 points. I mix it with 23 grams of fat-free Cool Whip and 13 grams of PB2. And just mix that all together. So it's 2 points for the pudding, 1 point for the Cool Whip, and 1 point for the PB2. And I'm telling you, it is so good. I've been having that at night. For breakfast, I have our chocolate chip peanut butter overnight oats. Those are 6 points on blue and green and 3 points on purple. And then I ended up with some extra blueberries, and I was gonna have kiwi in my lunch, so I just cut that up and put them in a dish. And then I have a couple little lemons here my husband brought in from the lemon tree. And then for lunches this week, these look so good. So these are gonna be 2 points on blue and purple. The only thing we have to count is the cottage cheese. And then on green, it's gonna be 3 points because you're gonna count 1 point for the turkey. Like I said, I have 4 ounces of the Publix oven roasted turkey breast there. So this is gonna be a good lunch. So this is one of those lunches that I definitely have to meal prep, or I wouldn't make something like this. And the reason being is, let's just say that I'm home one day and I decide, you know what, oh, bento box lunch sounds really good. I would never throw this together like just in a spur of the moment, you know, to eat right then. Because I'm too lazy. I am too lazy to get all this stuff out and put it in a container. So, but to meal prep it and to do it ahead of time, that's the only way I'll do it. So that is why meal prep is very important for me. I would definitely not be eating something like this for lunch. And for my dinners this week, I just did 2 kits. The other nights of dinners are things that I just didn't need to put into kits. So one night I'm doing mozzarella stuffed pork chops with roasted potatoes, peppers, and broccoli. I actually crossed off broccoli because I was gonna do ranch cauliflower, but then I decided that I would have to add another 2 points, and I really didn't want to do that. So this one is 9 points on blue, 6 points on purple, and 9 points on green. And then the garlic parmesan salmon with rice and asparagus. And I actually had to change the points on that because I only had the points in the bag for the salmon. So I like to put the points for everything that we're having for dinner. So I know my whole dinner that night is going to be 5 points on blue. And then 5 points on purple. Green just depends on your salmon. It depends on whether you're using wild caught, whether you're using farmed, how much you're using. So that's why I put a question mark. For the salmon topping, it's 2 points. So not counting your salmon on green, it's going to be 5 points. So it'll be 5 points plus whatever you're using for your salmon. I think that is the quickest meal prep I have ever done. And the best thing is I have hardly any dishes because I didn't cook anything. So just a note, any of the recipes that I've used today, I will list down in the description box below. And I also try to put a direct link to Amazon for any of the things I use, like my reusable bags, my scale, my knife set, anything like that that I've used. I will try and put a direct link down in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, put any comments down below. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, also click the notification bell. That's what notifies you anytime I upload new content. I'll talk to y'all in my next video. I'm Kristi, and I'm Planning Us Healthy.